Welcome to Radial Design with Ms. Tarnowski. Today I'm going to teach you how to actually make a stained glass window radial design. However, there are so many types of radial designs from all different places and cultures. Let's get started. So I have two other examples here, but I'm actually going to put these to the side in a second and focus on our wheel. But you can see in my two designs that they are symmetrical all the way around. That's called radial symmetry. Can we all say radial symmetry? Nice job. Radial symmetry means that the symmetry is radiating all the way around the circle, right? So here we can see, right, the design is repeated 1, 2, 3, 4 times with the leaves, and then even more as it just keeps going from that middle point of symmetry. It has many different lines of symmetry that I could draw. Right, this next one really has complete radial symmetry. I could draw almost an infinite number of lines right through the circle, and it would be radial symmetry. So once we looked at the two examples, you're going to design your own, right? And again, I love a good example, right? So you could even look at different worksheets, right, to see how you think they might come out. Now, eventually you're going to need a Sharpie marker. I'm going to start with colored pencil. You can start with a regular pencil so that you can erase, right? And you can press lightly. Now, the cool thing about this worksheet is that you really only need to do your design once. And if you mess up, you can just move on to the next triangle in your design, right? You can just kind of keep going until you make one that you like. So just remember, when you are making a design, it could be with lines or shapes, okay? It could be from the side, or you can make something in the middle, and you can really combine different designs, lines and shapes, lines and shapes. You can make it more traditional, or you can make it a little bit creative, right? It could really be anything. If you want to really get inspired by some stained glass Gothic windows, go for it. Here is my one piece of advice. Do not make anything too teeny tiny. Here is why. You are going to be outlining in Sharpie marker later. So if I make this design, right, and I do not like it, I could just move on to the next little pie or triangle and try again. Once you decide that you do like your design, right, you're going to take a clear piece of paper, and might actually have a little cellophane, right? Well, this is the cellophane. This is extra paper. You could pull that off. This is actually really good to use for tracing later, but we're just going to keep the clear portion. We're going to place it right on top of our worksheet. And if you want to tape these things together, you can, right, just to keep it from wiggling. And I'm going to start with just a basic outline of the circle. After this, you are welcome to draw the pie slices if you would like to have them in your artwork, or you do not need to. You could just draw the designs, and I'll show you how to rotate it appropriately. So it's actually easier to draw the lines if you would like to. I'm just going to go for it and start outlining. Here you can see this is why I don't want to draw my designs too teeny tiny, because I'm going to outline them in Sharpie, and Sharpie is a little bit larger. Okay, just outlining everything. And if you need to gently pick it up and you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I outlined something, you can pick it up and check, right? But then you want to put it back in place, almost line it up back like a puzzle. And it does take a little bit to dry on the cellophane, this plastic piece of paper. So you don't want to smudge it with your hands too quickly. It does need to dry, almost like paint. And then if I take this off, you can see my designs are left. but that's just one of my designs. Next, I'm going to reline it up, and then I'm going to rotate my circle as precisely as I can. This is where it's easier to do the pie slices, but I wanted to show you the more challenging way without. I'm going to try to line it up as best I can. So I rotated it, and then I'm going to trace again. Let me show you one more time how to rotate your radial design. Right? I'm going to rotate to the same direction each time. Line it up like a puzzle. Line up my circle and my designs to the edges, and just keep going. I've come to my last rotation. How exciting. As a reminder, I'm going to rotate it just in the same direction, trying to line up my circle and my designs as best as I can. Right? Notice I say as best as I can, not perfectly, right? Not, oh my gosh, right? It needs to be exact, right? As best I can. And this one, you might notice that things are a little bit off just because it is your last one, right? But again, you're rotating all in the same direction. You're outlining as best you can. And then you are finished with this. You can color it in so it looks like a beautiful stained glass window. If you hang it then on a window, like tape it to a window, right? The clear design, oh, it's fairly staticky, will let the light through. So cool. Now just remember, if you are coloring this, you still need to color it using radial symmetry. So notice, right, in my designs, all my hearts are green, right? I have an alternating pattern of red and orange all the way around, right? If I look at my other radial example, right, all of my little organic shapes are purple and blue, and then with green in the middle, right? You want to keep it consistent so you keep with the theme of radial symmetry. I cannot wait to see how these turn out. I hope you really enjoy going to hang them up on your window and making it really look like a true stained glass.